How's it going, everyone? Nick from Comic Culture here. Happy new comic book day. We're going to do the comic book haul, and man, we got a ton of stuff and some extra things. If you don't want to miss it, stick around. All right, welcome back to the video. Again, happy new comic book day. Everything you see here is provided by Cadets Toys and Comics. Thank you very much to those guys for doing all the pull lists, setting everything up. They're awesome. Reach out to them down below. Social media links will be in the description. So thanks again to those folks out there. So what do we get this week? We got a ton of stuff. Starting off in the big two, we have ASM number 5. Went ahead and got the variant cover because I think that is pretty awesome. Can't wait to get into that one. I've been liking the run so far. It's been pretty fun. We got Captain America Sentinel of Liberty number 2 right here. We got that Momoko cover because I think that is actually pretty cool. I like it when she does the entire cover, you know, not just like a character spotlight in the center followed by or surrounded by a bunch of white. So Sentinel Liberty, we'll see what number 2 brings us there. We have Rom V on Carnage. This is issue number 4, the better symbiote book and not a bad Carnage book at all. Some crazy stuff is happening in that book. I'd highly recommend that one if you want to get into the symbiote world for sure. We have What If Miles Morales. This is issue number 5. And the reason I got this one, I haven't been picking up the other ones, but the reason I got this one is not because of any kind of controversy, but we actually have on the cover every version of Miles on here, not like the first appearance or whatever, but I just like the collected edition, right? I like seeing him on all these different characters on one cover, so that's why I got this one. It's kind of my way of making up for not getting all the other single issues. So we went ahead and got that one. But that's it for Marvel. We're going to jump into DC. We have Batman Killing Time from Tom King. This is issue number 5. Somewhat lukewarm on this. It's actually a story that I can kind of take or leave at this point. If you haven't really gotten into it, it hasn't really paid off yet. So we'll see what the next 2 issues bring. Hopefully we get a pretty good ending, something that kind of wraps all this up. There's like this mysterious object that we are basically focused around. We have no idea what it is, but we learn a little bit more about what it could possibly be. So we'll see what issue number 5 brings. I can take it or leave it at this point. If you haven't started it, like I said, you might just want to pass on it unless these next 2 issues completely blow me away, and I'll let you know if they do at Nick at Night, my weekly comic book review show on Fridays. Continuing in the DC train, we have Dark Crisis issue number 2, limited series, 7 issues. Williamson is on this one. First issues didn't quite blow me away, so we're going to keep going here and seeing what this new Crisis event is all about. The hype is mixed on this whole event. We'll see if this one pays off at all. Then we have DC versus Vampires. This is issue number 7 from Tynan, and I think Rosenberg is also on this, and we have Schmidt on here as well. I've been loving this run so far. I feel like we almost skipped a month, if I'm not mistaken, or I missed an issue. One or the other. Could be either way. DC versus Vampires, not as good as Deceased, but I think it's great. I've been digging it so far. One of my favorite DC books, though, is Flashpoint Beyond. This is issue number 3. I've been loving this so far. Lots of different people on here. Jeff Johns is on here. I've been loving this book so far. So we're on issue number 3. We'll see where it goes. One book I've been not enjoying very much, but I picked it up just because I'm a completionist in this sense, I suppose. We have Joker issue number 15. I could have sworn we were told this was only a 14-issue run until we got around issue like 13 or 14, and a number 15 was announced. So we will see if this wraps up or how this wraps up the overall storyline. I didn't really care about it. I like the first couple issues. I like the last couple issues. The 10, 11 in between of those 2 were just like, throwaway kind of things. But this would have been a really great like 6-issue run, but they stretched it out for 15 issues for some reason. I don't know why. Issue number 15, here we are. Then we have one right here, Prison cover. We have Poison Ivy issue number 2, a book that I didn't really have high hopes for, but I was really digging issue number 1. So I actually can't wait to read this one. And of course, there's a Prison cover, so we got to be getting these. So we have Poison Ivy issue number 2. Then we have a brand new creative team on Batman. So I went ahead and double dipped on there. Of course, I got cover A, just because it's cover A and you just need to get that. So we have Zdarsky and Jorge Armendez, and we have Maury. So I cannot wait to get into this one. I hear some pretty interesting things happen. And then, of course, I got like that character spotlight cover as well. So I went ahead and double dipped on Batman 125, as I imagine a lot of you will, because there's a ton of variants for that book this week. That's it for the big two, actually. We're going to dip into some indie books. We have Image up next. We have The Closet. This is issue number 2. This is cover A. I've been digging this so far. I actually read this one a while ago, again on Substack, so I got to get a little refresher exactly what happened here, because that happened, I feel like back in February or something like that. So I'll probably skim through that one just to kind of get refreshed on what happened in that issue. Then we have Robert Kirkman in Firepower. This is issue number 22. I really like the last couple of issues, especially the last one, because the action and things are starting to ramp back up and people are starting to make their moves and make their plans. So I've been digging Firepower as of late. It's a good book overall. I would recommend that one if you haven't been reading it at all. Then we have Little Monsters, issue number 5 from Jeff Lemire and Dustin Nguyen. Another interesting book, a better last issue than the issues before. So issue number 5 hopefully will continue the trend that issue 4 set for us. Because leading up to it, it's just like, okay, it's a cool premise, but, you know, are we actually moving forward with the story at all? Doing some interesting stuff. Hopefully they do that in this run right here. Then we have Metal Society. This is an Image Top Cow. Metal Society from Zach Kaplan. This is issue number 3, I believe, right? This is issue number 3. I got the variant cover. One of my favorite books that is new right now, issue number 3. It was like my pick of the month for issue number 1, and issue number 2 was in the top 3 to 5 books, I would say. So issue number 3 coming out. I've been digging the story so far. Very, very interesting. Amazing art style in here too. So issue number 3, I'm really looking forward to for sure. Then it's the beginning of the month, which means it is saga time. We have Fiona Staples and Brian K. Vaughan on chapter 60 of Saga. Holy crap. I think they have enough for another trade. I think it's going to be volume 10, if I'm not mistaken. So here we are. I don't remember if there's going to be a little break after this. It feels like it just came back. It feels like not a whole lot happened, but I've been loving every issue. I love the art style. I love the storytelling. I already love all the characters, so I'm glad to get any issue of Saga, regardless of what happens necessarily in it. But we're already to number 60, which is absolutely crazy. Absolutely love that run. It's one of my favorite comics of all time. Glad number 60 is out. Another Image book. We have Stonehenge. This is book 1, The Dragon and the Boar. So I just picked this one up on a whim. It looked like an interesting cover. I remember seeing some of the interior pages, and it's like real ghostly and weird. And it's like some real realistic, really trippy clash of different elements. It looks like there's like old school stuff, demonic stuff, futuristic portrayals of different cities and stuff, like Matrix X kind of stuff. It looks just nuts, man. There's so much stuff going on inside these pages. We're going to see what the story is all about and get into that one. Liam Sharp is in there, so looking forward to that. Then we have Twig from Scotty Young. This is issue number 3. I think this is only a 5-issue series, if I'm not mistaken. I'm sure we're going to get tons of spin-offs. I think it's a 5-issue. Somebody correct me, though, down below. But if it's only 5 issues, man, they got a lot of stuff to do. In 3, 4, and 5, they wrap this up, because we just got presented with, like, the big conflict in the last issue, and so we have to wrap that up somehow in a couple issues. I'm not sure how we're going to be able to do that. But Twig, issue number 3, really cool book if you're not into that one. Going into Dark Horse, we have The Ward, issue number 2. Again, it's like this hidden ER, hidden hospital system that treats monsters and ghosts and things like that. So I think it's a pretty cool thing. If you're in the healthcare field, you can kind of see what's going on in here from like their perspective and treating like ghosts and goblins. And I like it, and that's why I picked it up. It's pretty fun. It's entertaining. It's just like one of those books you pick up that you just kind of have fun reading. That's why I got that one. We have Absolution, which is a new AWA Upshot book. Mike Deodato's on the art on here, so that's why I went ahead and picked this one up. And so, yeah, we're going to see what's going on in this book. It looks pretty fun. We have Peter Milligan writing it. And so, yeah, I'm sure a lot of you guys are trying to pick this one up. Books like New Think and things like that from AWA. Pretty interesting books coming out from that publisher, so looking forward to that one. Then we have one I just picked up on a whim. We have 1313. We have that Jock cover. So I went ahead and got this one. I didn't see too many orders for this book. We'll see if this one's any good from Ablaze. Don't know anything about it. I just saw that it was here. I saw the creative team was interesting. I think we have, is it Dave Stewart on the art? Who's on this one? So we have Andy Dingles writing it. And then we have colors by Dave Stewart and Simon Boland on the letters. And Sean Martinborough is the artist. So I don't know anything about it, but I went ahead and picked it up. Going to take a chance on it. Sometimes those chances pay off, sometimes they don't. Interesting cover. Cool creative team around it. So I'm going to check it out. Then a book I've been stacking is Heavy Metal Drummer from Behemoth. What is this, issue number 6? I haven't read a single one of these yet, but I've been stacking these books for some reason. So there's that. So those are all the floppies that I got. But then we finally got The Passageway from Jeff Lemire and Andrea Sorrentino and Dave Stewart. So I went ahead and picked this one up. Yep, The Passageway, the Bone Orchard Mythos. So I went ahead and got that one, the little hardcover, knocking that out. And then I got this giant Jenny Frison poster portfolio. So bam, giant thing. And you can see what kind of covers are on the back side there. And so I have a lot of these single issues already, but some of these I don't have. So big giant portfolio edition. They're like posters all inside of this. And so yeah, that's really cool. Glad I was able to get that. Not too many came through, so I was able to grab one. So that's pretty cool. But yeah, that's my haul this week. I hope you enjoyed that. Let me know down below what you guys got, what you're looking forward to the most. Again, I'm going to try to get through all these and get Nick at Night out Friday. This is a lot of books. I'm going to do my best to get through them all and get that on Friday, but I'll let you know if there's any kind of delays like I always do. Anyways, I appreciate you watching the video. Like, subscribe, share, hit the bell notification to be notified of future videos. See you in the comments.